Well, hello everyone. I hope that you're well and that you're practicing social distancing and washing your hands often. And I just wanted to share something that God reminded me of in our quiet time this morning. It comes out of Proverbs 16:6. It's the last half of that verse. Yes, I've been reading through Proverbs, but this is what it said in 16:6. There you go. It says, by fearing the Lord, people avoid evil. Now, you know how I love looking at the scriptures with that Jewish mindset that Jesus would have had as he looked at the scriptures. And there are two things in this verse that we may not get as Americans, but he would have understood this. Fearing God doesn't necessarily mean that you're scared of him, you're afraid. Oh no, it's God. It's how they talked about honoring and revering God and doing what he says, trusting him. The other thing about this is that in Hebrew, evil didn't just mean something that was profoundly immoral or something like Satan would do. It could also apply to any kind of brokenness or immaturity. They had the same word applied to those things too. Things like, think physical brokenness. You've got a broken record or a burned out light bulb or a dull knife. They would describe that as that's evil. Okay. Emotional brokenness, falling into the same anxious thought patterns and getting stirred up or getting burned out on all the stress like we're going through. Or there can be spiritual brokenness, where you're too busy to spend time with God, forgetting to pray or not thanking him for the good things that he provides in the middle of life as it goes on. Or maybe you haven't yet learned that God can be trusted. You don't have a relationship with Jesus, and you can always ask him to come into your life and reveal himself to you. But this verse reminds us that by trusting God and honoring what he says and doing as he says, we avoid evil, we avoid brokenness and immaturity and the distance that we can have. We can, in the middle of all the uncertainty that's surrounding us with this coronavirus, this is a reminder that we can draw close to him, that we can apply the wisdom of doing what our authorities have said, keeping our distance, honoring those things. We can find peace and wholeness and know that God is in control. And after all, God wasn't surprised by this, was he? So, we are looking forward to seeing you on Sunday morning. We're going to start, hopefully, a Zoom and a live stream. We're working through that. Pray for us. But we're going to start at 10 o'clock, and that gives a chance for people to see each other and greet each other and find out how life will go. And then the service will start at 10:15, and we're going to have music this time. I'm really excited about that. In the meantime, pray for each other. Reach out to each other. Call each other on the phone. Check in. If you do know how to use Zoom, it's a great way to see each other online. The folks who have gotten together already, it's been so good to see each other and to be able to chat and talk. We've prayed for each other. Ask other people if you need help getting it set up, or let us know. And let us know some specific prayer requests that you have or needs that you have, and we'll do our best to try and help with that. Finally, remember, by fearing the Lord, people avoid evil. Honor and respect God. You'll avoid all kinds of loneliness and brokenness and despair and immaturity and God will be with you all the time. That's his promise. So go in peace to love and serve the Lord, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.